might seem a little indirect, but what it's making me think of is kind of the second part of this talk, so it's a great segue, which has to do with the wisdom of the body. So you know how I was saying our fix-it mind is not the part that's going to get us there? Our fix-it mind can be very helpful in terms of taking note of things. You know, kind of what you're describing of like, wait a minute, I just married the same person 6 times, you know, like noticing that. You know, that's very helpful. But just the noticing of it is not enough. You might, you know, we all know this. You know, so it's very important that we notice, and if we never notice, then we can, you know, we're just constantly being run by these things. But the noticing is not enough. So that brings me to the body. So what happens with the body is that these feelings, they live in our bodies in certain ways. So just to give, you know, some simple examples. For instance, the belly brain has to do with whether we feel safe or not safe. So safe, unsafe experiences will tend to have some life in our belly, in our digestion, in our relationship to food, in our relationship to nourishment in general. So that's one thing. Also in our throat, the whole digestive tract, you know, our throat, our belly, everything. Our emotions live there. We know this. You know, we can feel it. Also the heart brain has to do with how connected we feel. So any wounding we have around that, and we all do. Sometimes you feel pain here, you know, literal pain in your heart, pain in your chest. So when we start to attend to our body and listen on this level, as opposed to just trying to figure out what we're going to do to make ourselves better or to make it stop or, you know, fix the problem, this kind of thing, it's very hard because we so want to have a solution, you know, we want it to stop. But that's not the part of our mind that gets us there. So it's a huge shift to start to attend to the body and actually listen to the body, listen to what's here, and bring some care to what's here. And it's actually very helpful to have others with us while we do this. It's very hard for us to bring care to a part of ourselves that has not received care from someone else. We don't have that wired into our nervous system if we haven't experienced it. Even if we can like think about it theoretically, what that might be like, if we haven't actually experienced it, it's very hard to access that in our own system. So if we can start to listen to the body, and it's a strange, the language of the body is different than the language of our sort of thinking mind. But this is actually where we have access to how things felt. You know, when things got isolated and tucked away, when that starts to open up, it's this area in our body that we start to, and we may not even know what that's about, you know. But if we can start to get familiar with the kind of feelings that come up for us in our bodies again and again, and start to attend to that. In my experience, that is the most efficient route to this kind of integrative process.